Hello YouTube, and hello to you, my fellow metalheads. This is the Mav, the Stu Krishnak reporting in with yet another video for you guys. So, what are we going to be talking about today? Today we are going to be talking about moshing, mosh culture. Do I mosh? Do I think people should mosh? You know, all those questions. Crowd killing, etiquette, I don't know, etc, etc. Just talking about moshing and my thoughts about it, and generally the good, fun, cool stuff you can do at the metal concerts. So, first of all, me personally, I don't mosh too much. Maybe if it's at a local show, maybe if it's a opener band, or let's say I'm at a larger tour, right? And I'm talking like 6, 12 bands, something like that. Then I will mosh a little bit, you know, maybe towards the first couple of bands. And that's about it, because I feel like some people will get disappointed if they don't have the energy level, you know, when they want to mosh the whole way through, but then they realize, ooh, I'm not that in shape, you know, and then when their favorite bands come on, well, guess what? They can't mosh. So I feel like people need to pace themselves more. And I know my limits. I like to mosh a little bit. I like to have a little bit of fun. But at the same time, I got glasses, yo, and I ain't about to break that shit. You know, this shit's not cheap. No. Hell no. So I like to err a little bit on the side of caution, and that's really why if I do mosh, I just kind of do a little bit in the beginning where it's a little more tame, and that's about it. I prefer to just, you know, bang my head and kind of, you know, mouth along and or sing to the music. That's just kind of my thing. Yeah, that's, I mean, so I don't mosh a whole lot, but I don't see why people can't, and I love it, and it just, without moshing, metal concerts aren't metal concerts. I mean, punk concerts aren't punk concerts if there's not some moshing of some sort, you know, or hardcore, or whatever the hell, you know. If it ain't hard, then fine, don't really mosh. I get that, it's kind of awkward, but like if you're at a hard rock or metal concert and there's no one moshing, it brings down the mood. So I understand, you know, not everybody wants to, but some people should, because, well, it really amps up the atmosphere. If I'm at a concert and I'm rocking out and I love this shit and I'm singing some of my favorite songs and the crowd is just standing there, like, I'm gonna feel out of place, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna pump you guys up a little bit, but I don't want to look ridiculous here, you know. Same with, like, you know, moshing. You can tell if the crowd's really enjoying it if there's some people crowd surfing, if there's a big old circle pit going on, you know. That's just part of the game, yo, and if you don't got that shit, then it kind of brings down the rest of the vibe, and then the bands that are playing aren't going to get quite as hyped because they don't think you guys are hyped about their music. So, all in all, I support moshing, even though I don't do it a whole lot. Now, I could, you know, always take my glasses off real quick. I handed my girlfriend, she's usually there at concerts with me. I could do that, yeah. But at the same time, I feel bad because I don't want to just leave her there, you know what I mean? You know, just kind of short. Not like a big girl, so I don't want her to get squished, you know. I'm protective, I love my girl. So, that's another reason why I personally don't really do it. But, you know, when she's not there, you know, it's a little bit of a different story. But what I personally like to do is I don't like being in the pit. I like to be next to the pit, right? I would much rather just stand there like this and kind of like bang my head around, look at the stage, look at the crowd, and just push people back, you know? Just kind of like be at the ready to kind of just, you know, push people back and then pick people up, because I want to feel that feeling in your heart, like, you know, this is a workout. So generally, if I'm like in a mosh pit, I just will kind of jump in it real quick, but I'll generally just stay right next to it and kind of push people around, pick people up, that sort of thing. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't want to get sucked in there. I don't want to be doing a backflip. I don't want to get my head kicked by accident. I don't want my glasses broken. You know, say what you will. Maybe I'm a coward. Whatever. I just, you know, don't want shards of glass in my eyeball. And, you know, out a few grand. But that's just me, at least. Let's see. Let's go with crowd killing, hardcore dancing, and all that. Look, if you are in the middle of the pit, there's a handful of other people in you, you have a decent amount of space, I don't mind you getting a little crazy, right? Because when I'm, you know, here by myself listening to music, I'll fucking jump around a little and kind of like do a little kick and shit like that. I get that. Fun. Great. By all means, go for it. My issue is when you're running around the sides of the pit and you're right up next to people and you're just oblivious. And I don't even know if you're pretending to be oblivious or just intentionally trying to elbow people. And that's just a dick move. It's common courtesy. You know, we're all here to listen to the music that we all mutually enjoy. So I don't get why you have to enjoy the music by beating people. You know, there's a fine line between just not paying attention and being neglectful, and some people kind of tread that line. And that's kind of where I have an issue with that, is irresponsible moshing. You know, if you don't pick somebody up when they fall, that's irresponsible moshing. If you run by someone, if you trip over them, or you step on them by accident and you don't do anything about it, irresponsible moshing. If you're oblivious and you're fucking kicking behind you, if you're in the middle of a goddamn pit and there's barely anyone in there, that's one story, because the other people in there understand that there's a risk of getting pushed and kicked and whatever the hell, you know, you're in a fucking mosh pit. But the people standing nearby it, yeah, they understand there's a little bit of a risk, but they're not trying to quite get right up in the action like you are. So I don't get why you have to be standing 2 feet away and just kind of back kick somebody in the nuts. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I get, you know, you're trying to be brutal and hardcore and it's all about violence and hate, but it's also fictional. It's all in your fucking brain. It's all this shit is all blown up out of proportions. It's supposed to be over the top. It's supposed to be extreme. You don't have to actually act like you're a fucking violent, rampaging beast. Whatever. If you like to do that, that's your thing. But here's the thing. I've seen people who look and say, this person's being an asshole in the pit. I really hope they get hit. Or I'm going to go over there and accidentally hit this person. And most people standing nearby are just like, okay. Or like, yeah, well, you know. Because, well, you know, they're kind of being a fucking asshole. I don't condone violence, but if you are going to be violent to someone, you might as well be violent to the person who's being violent. That's just the way I look at it. So, yeah. That's about it. Another little personal thing that some people may not consider a factor. I don't think you should be moshing if you have things like combat boots on, or if you have nail bracers, you know, like the big black metal bracers. I don't think you should be moshing if you have the big old fucking spikes on your shoulder, on your belt, or something. Because that's kind of a dick move, you know what I mean? Like, getting hit backhanded or pushed into is one thing, but when you get a bunch of fucking metal spikes real quick in your face, if you're getting pushed down, if someone else is pushing into, and then the person with the bracer is running up to push you at the same time and your head smashes into that, that's, ooh. You take it from a, you know, annoying push and like, oh shit, to a, like, no. Also, be careful if you're wearing pins and whatnot. I don't get why people wear pins in their vest. talk about that in my Battle Vest videos, but if that shit comes off and ends up fucking poking somebody in a fucking vein, or I don't know, in your fucking eyeball or some shit, or in your fucking mouth, or no, stepping on it by accident. Ugh, poor fucking people, fucking spreading tetanus and shit. I don't know. Moral of the story is just, you gotta be responsible about it. Don't get too drunk and to the point where you're just oblivious to your surroundings when there's that many people around. And that's basically it. Like, do what you want to do, but also be considerate about the people around you. Because ultimately, we're all supposed to be friends here. We're all supposed to be metalheads. We're all here for our goal of enjoying ourselves. And you enjoying yourself doesn't mean other people don't have to enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? You don't have to get enjoyment out of being an asshole. That's what I'm trying to get at. So yeah, just don't be an asshole. If you want to mosh, mosh. Please, somebody fucking mosh. It's awesome. So fucking rock on. That's about it. So please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you do in the mosh pit. Tell me how you feel about people crowd killing, hardcore dancing, all that. Go ahead. See ya down in the comment section.